There is one thing that makes your entire golf swing run correctly. There is one thing that will get you striking it powerful, crisp, pure, repeatable. And it's the one thing that most golfers need. We're looking at the concept of weight forward today, and why weight forward is the most necessary component of absolutely ripping the golf ball and getting you to drop shots quickly. The first reason why weight forward is amazing is it helps you to pure the golf ball and have a consistent contact point. I just got over that shot while talking to you and ripped it without much thinking because of my weight being forward. When I have the weight forward, it presets a strike out in front of the ball. If you think about what good impact looks like, good impact with any golfer who's on professional level has the weight forward, at impact and beyond impact. You never see the weight falling backward. When the weight falls back, that's when contact issues come into picture, like flipping, arms pulling apart, power loss. I don't want to talk about those things. We're focusing on the new you, which is the you with weight forward. So me sticking my weight forward and just swinging automatically improves the quality of my strike. What do I mean by weight forward? I mean physical body weight. So I'm not talking about pressure here. I'm talking about my body weight at setup, more towards the target. And if I start here and I finish here, I'm going to play some great golf. You'll never see a great golfer start here and finish here. You'll see most high handicappers finishing here. Every great golfer finishes here, with the weight continuing more forward. So contact is the first reason. The second reason why weight forward is incredible is it gets your entire swing working. So if you think about the power plant, the driver, the switch that you flip on that makes everything work together, it's weight forward. No piece of your golf swing will work without this concept. So when we look at getting shoulder turn in the golf swing, when we look at getting hip turn, things that create power, creating a bigger backswing, those things are made possible by the weight staying forward. So if I anchor my weight here and I swing to the top, just gonna put all my weight forward, it's like this is a door hinge, and as I swing back, the shoulders and hips rotate around this point. It's an easy point to rotate around. It's like I'm opening a door. And you're opening a door to tons more power. This fixed post, I can turn around. What I can't turn around is if this was a fixed post. So if my right side had all weight back here, I'll try, but I'm fighting myself the whole way. So what this tells us, and you can try this right now, just try and get a full turn around a fixed right side post versus a fixed front side post, and you'll feel the difference. The only time you should be a right side post is if you're left-handed. That opens up for you left-handers out there. That's how you're going to need to do it. So that's weight forward for lefty. So I set my weight forward and I can turn more. Think about this post again and this right side. My right side straightens a lot. And that's that door opening. The more I can straighten that side, the more power potential I'll have. The faster you're going to swing. Straight line all the way down. And maybe you can even exaggerate it more than straight to get an even bigger backswing. And the amount of effort required to create that speed is minimal because it's natural. Weight forward allows your body to work. So let's set the weight forward. Let's straighten the right side here. Woo! That is launched. I'll admit, that's one of the most weight forward swings I've made in a while. So I'm really straight lining it. And there's a ton of speed in that swing. Everything works around that point. So you can see I've got plenty of swing speed here, even though I've got tons of weight on my front side. So it's not something that is costing me. In fact, it's giving me a ton more speed with a lot less effort just by straightening that side and swinging. That club's getting through there really quickly. So I see some golfers today talking about how pros will shift into their trail side, then they'll recenter at the top. And if you think about how the golf swing works, we have a backswing and then boom, we're into the downswing. So anything you do in the backswing doesn't affect the ball. We load up power in the backswing, but shifting and doing this is just a wasted move. If they're gonna just get to this recentered position anyway, then just skip the whole recentering process in the first place. Skip the whole this. There's no point to that because they might be doing this and then doing this. That doesn't make any sense to do it. Let's just start from there and we're there. And you'll have a lot less of a time trying to coordinate your swing. Any type of shift affects contact, the centerness of your strike, your speed. So we could start from a full weight forward position. I'm going to start from where I would be at the top and I'll swing through. I have plenty of speed, just as much speed as I had starting from here and getting to here. So you don't really need to waste your time working on shifting or recentering. It saves you that time. Now, something that often comes up in the comments about this is, Tom, you're doing a reverse pivot and I'm offended. Well, there's something to that effect. Like, there's tears. It's not a reverse pivot, because you have to think about what is reversing here. Well, reverse pivot would suggest that I've got my weight here and then my weight ends up back because I have reversed. The directions have changed. But if I started with my weight forward and then I finish with my weight forward, what has reversed? Nothing. So I'm not reversing any pivot. It's those people who start with their weight forward, if they were doing this drill, and then they fell back, that's a reverse pivot. It's important to distinguish that difference. So you're not so afraid of trying this new powerful way of hitting a golf ball. I could start forward and finish more forward, and I'm not reversing a darn thing. And it brings me to the concept of tennis. And this is kind of different. Someone once commented on my channel and said, all athletes shift their weight. And I was like, okay. They even cited a tennis player. So I was spending time watching the US Open, and I was watching the Winston-Salem Open. Actually watched it. I got some video footage. And I'm looking at these players, and you can see that at no point does the weight move back in their stroke. Even on the serves where they're serving it the fastest, it's always a gradual forward movement. Now, I'm not a tennis player, so don't grade that behavior. Don't grade that motion. But what I'm seeing is this and this. And I even have proof from somebody who plays tennis. They say, no great tennis player spends time hitting on their back foot because there's no power in it. That's exactly what they said. I asked them that. They're a good tennis player. They play competitive tennis. They said only idiots would shift their weight in tennis. Don't shoot the messenger. So tennis, golf, forward. Even in baseball, you've got the front-sided swing. George Brett, known for a front-sided swing, he was a great hitter. Wasn't a shift at all. He just stayed on his front side and he hit the ball powerfully. The whole idea of the shift, I think creating power, it's more of a timing mechanism in baseball. So everything's moving forward. This whole idea of keep yourself moving forward. Now, I'm not talking about changing where my head is. I'm not talking about moving my head forward. I'm not talking about starting with your weight forward here. It's really important that you get these pieces right because this is where the golfers really mess up weight forward. And that's why weight forward often gets misunderstood. When I set weight forward, I'm getting hippie with it. So I start from a neutral position and I just push my hips. So it's about the hips being forward of the shoulders and continuing to stay forward of the shoulders. That's the forward weight. It's body weight, physical body weight. When I set up, backswing, finish. Body weight has gone more forward. This is not pressure where, people talk about pressure. We're not measuring pressure here. I can have weight forward and I can tap here and there's pressure on my right leg, right foot. There's pressure there, but the weight's here. See, this is where I'm centered, pressure on my right, but the weight forward, pressure on my right, weight forward, pressure on my right. You would see that on a pressure sensor. But if you saw a weight measurement, you would see weight left, pressure right. Such a confusing element in golf today. People misunderstand. If you had the weight forward, the body weight forward, every athlete who plays great at anything has power forward. It's always going where they're trying to send something. Now it's up to you if you want to make it easier or hard on yourself. And that's what I got in my free mini course, go.saguto.golf. You learn the basics of keeping the weight forward in the swing to become a great ball striker, as well as some other top 3 keys you need to be a great ball striker. So check it out, link in the comments and description below. Works for every club in the bag. There's a long driver who focuses on weight forward. He swings the club 150 miles an hour. One of my colleagues teaches him. He's keeping his weight forward the whole time.
I was hammered. Nice one there. It's always fun to see 191 mile per hour ball speed flicked out there at 376.
So he's got tons of club head speed, debunking this idea that you need to shift. The whole swing will open up around this front point. You just drive a stake right through your leg. So we set the weight forward with the hips. We start from this position and we finish in that position. The hips keep moving more and more forward though. It is fantastic what that does for your body in the swing. The anchor point, not to be confused with the anchor bar, the home of the original buffalo wing, which I like. So anchor it and turn around this point, boom. You're gonna hit the ball high, you're gonna hit the ball far, you're gonna hit it straight. It's not going to lower your ball flight. The only time I see people make mistakes with this is when they set this and they say this is weight forward. Then they're hitting down, low, choppy, and it doesn't. They say it doesn't work. But it will work if you do it this way with the hips towards the target. Keep it there, high, far, straight. Driver, the door that opens up the driver swing.
I was hammered.
I talk about this in my weight forward video I did a few months back, or a couple months back. It's titled, You're Probably Dead Wrong About What Creates Power in the Golf Swing. It's all about weight forward and how you can swing it faster. So we set, anchor the weight. Oh heavens. I got tons of swing speed right there. Anchoring the weight forward. Because my body turns around that front post. I bet I could even swing it faster than that. Yeah. Your body doesn't work when it's going that way, but it works so much better when it's going towards your target in the process. So head in place, weight forward, keep the head in place the entire time, and just let the body, lower body, continue moving towards the target. You're gonna drop shots like crazy. You're gonna pick up more yardage. It's the door that opens the golf swing.